Do you like swords, hammers, and spears? What about wands and casting crazy spells? Maybe you prefer more a bow and knife. How about super thick, short stack furries? If you said yes to anything above, then boy howdy do I have the game for you. Welcome to Atlyss, an open world RPG game made solely by Kissef with a focus on butts, boobs, and blasting enemy stats. First thing you do upon booting up the game is make your character. You have a couple races to choose from, with those being imps, poons, kobolds, birtles, and changs. Now I'm going to test you. How should you, the viewer, build your character? If you said like this, wrong. There's only one true way to make a character in the game, and that is to give them the biggest tits and ass possible. Want to know why? Because Kissef is the best developer ever and added the best jiggle physics possible. Like goddamn, look at that shit! And why spread your stats out evenly? That's for stupid people. Just do what I do and dump everything into the stat of your choice, so we don't have to think too hard. Character customization is also nice since you can make each race look like a specific type of animal, but you've also got a good amount of freedom to do what you want. My Chang girl Mina looks like a mouse, and my Poon girl Sky looks more like a deer. Each race also comes with an inherent skill, such as Poon's having leg up and Chang's having sturdy. These can matter if you really want to min-max a certain class, but it doesn't really matter too much in the grand scheme, as you can just find skill scrolls to get what you want. First thing you do after making your wife or husband a choice is to meet Angela, one of the baddest goat mommies since Toriel came out. Angela is your introduction to the game, and is honestly a very great character despite the more obvious physical features. She gives you a couple simple quests to help you get you started, and also helps by giving you a bit of information as to what's going on. Angela's a character you go to if you want to become a mage by offering you the class book of weapon masteries. You can also earn the best achievement in the game with Angela. Sally's the next character and the other one to be talking to the most alongside Angela. Sally the shopkeeper is a raccoon of sorts and is equally as hot as Angela and has a more milfy air about her, or at least doting. Sally plays an important role too because she helps sell you new equipment, and most importantly, you can sell stuff back to her. Sally's a character for the rogue class, same as Angela. She gives you the book and weapon masteries for said class. Enoch is also there, I guess, but for real though, he's got some good quests for getting XP on top of being the guy for the warrior class. Just call me a furry at this point because god damn the furry community has made some, let's just say, interesting art of the characters. That I could say I've thoroughly reviewed. Seriously though, despite this game having more furry connotation, it's so much fun making even just the characters, and it's hard to not be interested. I've seen a lot of art for this game, of course of Angela and Sally, but also a lot of other players' custom characters. Let's say you're also like me and can't draw for shit. This game has so many customizable options for characters and physical appearance and clothing choice, which lets me think I'm actually artistic. Funnily enough though, even with the furry ties, I've not seen any stigmatization towards the game or community, which is always a good thing to see. Everyone I've interacted with though it's played the game, is pretty chill, and we've all have a common interest in the game of course, and just seeing where it'll go in the future. The next thing is what the game is actually about, combat and dungeon crawling. The three main classes are, like I mentioned earlier, warrior, mage, and rogue. All of the classes of course use weapons you could expect each class to use. Weapons all do have their own respective stat bonus respective to the weapons. Like warriors using swords, mages using staves, rogue is a little less obvious using bows and guitars. One thing the game offers though is the ability to change the specific stat the weapon goes for. So let's say you use a sword, which is a strength-based weapon, you can change it to a sword to a magic-based weapon, so it scales based off of magic damage instead of that strength damage. So if you really want, you could play a frontline mage or a spellcasting warrior, even though it is a bit counterproductive. For a game made entirely by one person though, the areas are pretty well made and put together. Everything is really fun to fight, and every area is fun to fight in. There's several different enemies, most of which are fine, except for this fucker. These guys are the absolute worst because they poison the ground and then attack fast and melee range. The good thing though is that you're able to parry every attack by hitting the shield button. Now I don't know the exact timings needed to get a parry, but it's kind of when the enemy is just about to swing. If you get really good at parrying though, you can absolutely abuse it to maximize the amount of damage you can do. Main draw for each class though is your abilities. Warrior is close quarters, so your abilities reflect that, like one that reflects melee damage back on a successful parry. Mage has both offensive and supportive spells, all of which are good to use. The main one though, at least to me, is Flux Bolt. When it's maxed out, you can shoot at like 6 of them, all of which do 100 damage each, which is hilariously good against bosses. There are support things like healing, reduced cooldowns and all that crap, but that shit's for nerds. Real mages are only offensive. Rogue again is a little varied in abilities though, like letting you go invisible with misstep and stealing money from enemies with payday. All in all though, every class is really fun, so much that I've maxed all 3 for my different characters. This game is impressive in part due to the fact that everything is made entirely by one dude who constantly updates the game, mind you. I found the open beta and loved it so much that I pledged to the Patreon, which got me a Steam key for the game. All in all though, I've probably put in about 50-60 hours of gameplay, and I can't say I'm tired of it in the slightest. And Kissef is really dedicated to the game from my understanding, and it's a lot of fun playing the game and seeing how it's grown and changed over time. As per usual, thank you for watching my video. Do all the things like subscribe, whatnot. Really appreciate it because it, actually keeps me motivated to keep going. But this video is actually pretty fun to make because it's different. I say differs from the past couple of videos I've made already, so it's a pretty fun experience. See what's gonna work well and whatnot. But if you do like this video, like the specifically Atlyss video, I got a couple more ideas, so like share it or anything as long as this video gets traction. I'll know then I can make a couple more videos on this game. Besides that though, again, thank you, have a good day, night, evening, morning, whatever it is for you. Have a good one and see ya.